नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिधि नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे विशेषाश्रमादि नाशाति दिशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत श्रीवासाचार्य भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Krishna, reading from 3rd canto, 27th chapter, 25th sloka, Srimad Bhagavatam, please repeat the sloka. Yata hi apratibuddhasya svapo bahu anartabhrit
प्रस्वापो भव अनर्थभृत्
eva pratibuddhasya navai mohaya kalpate apratibuddhasya svapo bahu anartabhrit Dasya
eva प्रतिबुद्धस्य
mohaya kalpate
नवै मोहाय कल्पते
यथाहि अप्रतिबुद्धस्य
यथा हि अप्रतिबुद्धस्य
आस्वको बहु अनर्थभृत्
प्रस्वापो भव अनर्थभृत्
स एव प्रतिबुद्धस्य
मोहाय कल्पते
नवै मोहाय कल्पते
यथा हि अप्रतिबुद्धस्य रस्वको बहु अनर्थभृत् स एव प्रतिबुद्धस्य नवै मोहाय कल्पते. Does anyone like to chant the sloka?
हरे कृष्ण माता जी. यथा हि अप्रतिबुद्धस्य प्रस्वापो भव अनर्थभृत् स एव प्रतिबुद्धस्य न वै मोहाय कल्पते. हरे कृष्ण माता जी.
हरे कृष्ण माता जी. यथा हि प्रतिबुद्धस्य प्रस्वापो बहु अनर्थभृत् स एव प्रतिबुद्धस्य न वै मोहाय कल्पते.
हरे कृष्ण माता जी. यथा है प्रतिबोधस्य प्रसवापो भवानर्थभृत् स एव प्रतिबोधस्य न वै मोहाय कल्पते. थैंक यू माता जी.
हरे कृष्ण माता जी. यथा हि अप्रतिबुद्धस्य प्रस्वापो बहु अनर्थभृत् स एव प्रतिबुद्धस्य न वै मोहाय कल्पते. हरे कृष्ण.
Hare Krishna, thank you everyone. Let's see the synonyms. Yata, as, he, indeed. Apradibhutasya, of one who is sleeping. Prasvapa, the tree. Bahu anarthabrit, bearing many inauspicious things. Sa eva, that very tree. Pradibhutasya, of one who is awake. Na, not. Why? Certainly. Mohaya, for bewildering. Kalpate, is capable. Translation. In the dreaming state, one's consciousness is almost covered and one sees many inauspicious things, but when is awakened and fully conscious, such inauspicious things cannot bewilder him. In the dreaming state, one's consciousness is almost covered and one sees many inauspicious things, but when he is awakened and fully conscious, such inauspicious things cannot bewilder. Hare Krishna, Supriya Mataji. Hare Krishna, you read the purport.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Purport. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. In the condition of dreaming, when one's consciousness is almost covered, one may see many unfavorable things which cause disturbance or anxiety. But upon awakening, although he remembers what happened in the dream, he is not disturbed. Similarly, the position of a self-realization person or understanding of one's relationship with the Supreme Lord makes one completely satisfied, and the three modes of material nature, which are the cause of all disturbances, cannot affect him. In contaminated consciousness, one sees everything to be for his own enjoyment. But in pure consciousness or Krishna consciousness, he sees that everything exists for the enjoyment of the Supreme Enjoyer. That is the difference between the dream state and wakefulness. The state of contaminated consciousness is compared to dream consciousness, and Krishna consciousness is compared to the awakened stage of life. Actually, as stated in Bhagavad Gita, the only absolute enjoyer is Krishna. One who can understand that Krishna is a proprietor of all the three worlds and that he is the friend of everyone is peaceful and independent. As long as a conditioned soul does not have this knowledge, he wants to be the enjoyer of everything. He wants to become a humanitarian or philanthropist and open hospitals and schools for his fellow human beings. This is all illusion, for one cannot benefit anyone by such material activities. If one wishes to benefit his fellow brother, he must awaken his dormant Krishna consciousness. The Krishna conscious position is that of Pratibuddha, which means pure consciousness. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So let's see the sloka. Yata hi apradibhutasya prasvapo bahu anartabrit sa eva pradibhutasya navai mohaya kalpate. Translation. In the dreaming state, one's consciousness is almost covered and one sees many inauspicious things. But when he is awakened and fully conscious, such inauspicious things cannot bewilder him. Hare Krishna, my voice is clear?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Yep. Hare Krishna. So we'll continue. Okay. So here it is said about the enjoyment, right? So in dream, what happens? When there are two types of sleep, that REM sleep and NREM sleep, something called rapid eye movement. When you sleep, sometimes your friend or your relative, somebody sleeping, and then sometimes as playful, you just open the eyelid and see the eyes might move very fast. That's called rapid eye movement state. And dreams happen at that stage. It's also said in NREM sleep also it happens, but mostly the rapid eye movement. So the eye keeps moving. And then some dreams we remember, some we don't, right? And then if you see the dream of a spiritual master, Krishna, something related to spiritual life, it's very auspicious. There's so many devotees who have seen Srila Prabhupada in their dreams. So, but then in the dreams, sometimes Prabhupada gives the example, a lion might chase you in the dream and you sweat and then you get up immediately. So you see nothing is around, right? So this material life is also like a dream. So whatever is happening in this material life, it's not permanent. But the spiritual life is what is very permanent, right? So it causes a lot of disturbance and anxiety when we are in a dream. But then when you wake up, that dream is gone. I mean, that anxiety is gone. Similarly, Vaikunta is a place, Vikata Kunta iti Vaikunta. So it's a place where there is no anxiety. So this material existence is like a dream now. Whatever is happening, it's like all that in the dream. This is not the real life. So when you awaken from this so-called dream, that's the material life, you go outside the spiritual world, that's what our real life is, right? So here it is said that when you understand our relationship with Krishna, then we become really satisfied. And Krishna is the real enjoyer, or the supreme enjoyer. That's Krishna. So, but when we are in the dream, we think we are enjoying. Sometimes we see a dream that we are enjoying with so much material opulence. But then that's not the real thing. That's just a dream. So here it is said that Krishna, the only absolute enjoyer is Krishna. That's a sloka, 5th chapter, 29th sloka, which says, Bhoktaram itya tapasam sarvaloka maheshwaram Suhritam sarva bhutanam nyatva mam shanti mritchati. Right? So 5.29 says, Krishna is Sarvaloka Maheshwaram and Bhoktaram. Bhokta means he's the enjoyer. Okay, so the only enjoyer is Krishna, and the beneficiary, you can see all sacrifices, whatever we do, the whole real enjoyer is Krishna or Bhoktara, because everything belongs to Krishna. So he is the real enjoyer. So in the here it is said that Krishna is the ultimate beneficiary of all sacrifice and austerities, and he is the well-wisher and the benefactor. This is actually the peace formula. If we know that Krishna is the real enjoyer, then there won't be fighting between brothers and sisters for properties. Prabhupada says, what are we fighting for? Before you were born, this land was there. After you die, the land is still there. Then how does it become yours and his and everything? Did we bring that land, or do we take it back when we go? No, so most of the time Prabhupada's like, why are the brothers and sisters fighting over properties and land, and I got less, you got more? No, because the Ishavasya principle says, Ishavasamitam sarvam, right? It's everything belongs to Krishna. That's Isha Upanishad mantra 1. Ishavasamitam sarvam yat kincha jagatyam jagat tena tektena bhujita magriha kashyasvidhanam. So what is it saying? Ishavasamitam sarvam. That means everything belongs to the Krishna, or everything is controlled by the Lord. And if everything belongs to him, it has to be used in his service. Otherwise, we are called thief. As Navanja Prabhu says, big thief and small thieves, we are thieves, because we are not offering anything to Krishna. So Isha means the Lord is a controller, and Sarvam, Jagatyam Jagat, everything belongs to him. Right? This is the Ishavasya principle. Animate, inanimate, everything is controlled and owned by the Lord. He owns it. And sometimes the dogs, they fight, they'll be barking in the streets. So like that, even human beings are fighting for properties. This is mine, this is yours. But it's nothing belongs to us. When you understand this, that's when you have real peace. The devotee is very peaceful because he knows everything belongs to Krishna, right? And as someone said, if Krishna is giving, he gives with 10 hands. So with 2 hands, what will you accept? And when Krishna takes, he takes with 10 hands. And where is this 10 hands coming from actually? It's the Panchatattvas, and they're having two hands each. So that 10 hands, Krishna expanding into the Panchatattvas, giving us. So here we should know it belongs to the Lord. Now, when we know that, then we feel happy. So in the sloka, again, Prabhupada mentions Krishna is the proprietor and he is the friend, and then we become peaceful. When we know that Krishna is the enjoyer, what we do, we offer everything to Krishna and then take it as prasad, right? So this is called the pure Krishna consciousness. Here Prabhupada mentions that the real state is that we know that everything belongs to Krishna. In pure consciousness or Krishna consciousness, he sees everything exists for the enjoyment of the supreme enjoyer. That's why Krishna is called Purushottama. Purusha Uttama, the best among enjoyer. Purusha is enjoyer and Prakriti is enjoyed. So we are also coming under that. We've been enjoyed, but Krishna is the enjoyer. In pure Krishna consciousness, he sees everything existing for the enjoyment of the supreme enjoyer, Krishna. So Srila Prabhupada saw everything to be used in Krishna service. And nothing, he was very peaceful. He had 40 rupees and he had 40 crores of rupees after going to America or returning back. Still he was peaceful because he knows it is all Krishna's money. So once what happened, Prabhupada's family was not supportive initially when Prabhupada did Krishna conscious activities. They were not supportive, his wife or children. And then they could not recognize he's a pure devotee. And then later on, when Prabhupada went to America and then came back with his foreign disciples, so Tamal Krishna Maharaj was his secretary, dealing all the money and everything. So he is the one who manages everything. So Prabhupada was very peaceful, and his son came to meet Prabhupada for money. He came to ask for money. He doesn't work, and he wants to depend on his father. Because the father is rich now, he wanted. So he went to Prabhupada and said, I want money. We have to do so many things at home. So Prabhupada's like, my money, everything is handled by Tamal Krishna Maharaj. You can speak to him. He's the secretary and he is the one who's the treasurer. He takes care of everything. So Prabhupada escaped saying that, and Prabhupada went. But he looked at, he know Tamal Krishna Maharaj would manage. So the son went to Tamal Krishna Maharaj. It's like, I want money. I'm Prabhupada's son. And he was using that as a label to get money. So Tamal Krishna Maharaj said, this money belongs to Krishna. It doesn't belong to your father, it belongs to Krishna, and it can be used only in Krishna service. So I can't give you one rupee. So everyone was like, oh, that's Prabhupada's son. How can he say like that? But Prabhupada really appreciated. Prabhupada looked at Tamal Krishna Maharaj and said, Jai. he was smiling because Prabhupada knew that Tamal Krishna Maharaj would give such a reply. And that's true. It doesn't belong to him. And later on, when his son was upset, Prabhupada don't want to upset his son. So Prabhupada said, you can do one thing. You can be an agency of my books. You can take a bulk of books, like from the BBT, that is Bhagavad Gita or Bhagavatam, and then you sell it. So when you sell, you can see all the brahmacharis also, sometimes they take book in bulk and they'll get for some cheap price, and they sell it, and whatever profit they get, they can use it, because it's after service. It has to be given to the temple, and temple gives back to the brahmacharis for their day-to-day expense. So in that way, Prabhupada said to the son that you take the books and be an agent. Whatever profit you get, you take it. I don't want. Just give the whatever rate with which you take the books, and then in that way you can distribute the books. At the same time, you can get the money. So Prabhupada's son was not happy with it, and he walked off. So that's what. So Prabhupada knows that nothing belongs to him, and 1 rupee is used for Krishna service. So in that way, he knows that Krishna is the supreme enjoyer. And when Rupa Goswami, when he retired, he had got a big boat full of gold coins. So what did he do? 50% of that money he used for serving Vaishnavas and Brahmanas, right? So as Grihasthas, we should also give charity. Grihasthas are supposed to give charity. So when we do it, use it for Krishna conscious activities, then there is no karma binding you. Otherwise, 1 rupee you give to another person and he misuse it. With that rupee, he buys a gun or a knife and kills someone, that karma comes to you. So we should be very careful to whom we give charity at what time. Should know everything belongs to Krishna. Offer to Krishna and then give that money as charity. That can be done. Okay. So Krishna is the, otherwise, if we think we are enjoyer, we are in a dream state. So here in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Leela 9.6 also it says that Malakara Swayam Krishna Prema Marataru Swayam Tata Bhokta Tat Phalanam Yastam Chaitanya Mashraye. So Bhokta, that means enjoyer, no? That's Krishna. Or the enjoyer of the fruits is Krishna. So here it is said, Krishna is the tree of transcendental love, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and is a gardener, and he's the bestower, enjoyer of the fruits. So whatever we do, the enjoyer of the fruits is Krishna. We work and the karma, and the results we offer to Krishna. That's called Nishkama Karma Yoga. But he is the real enjoyer. Okay, enjoyer of the fruits. So when we offer bhog to Krishna, actually he is enjoying it, and then we mix it with the other food and it becomes prasad, because that's a mercy. So Krishna's saliva is there. That's why prasad is so tasteful. Sometimes initially neophytes, they get attracted to Krishna consciousness through prasad. I also went to temple for prasad only. Every Sunday I'll feel, it will be like so tasty prasad happens in the temple. I was not attracted to Prabhupada's book. I was not attracted to Prabhupada, not to devotees, not chanting. I won't chant only. Just like that Sunday I go just for the feast. I go near to 12 o'clock, 12:30 just for this thing. Then slowly I delayed, like I went a little early because 11 o'clock Kirtan used to happen. And I liked that Kirtan. So I used to go for Kirtan and Prasad. So first was Prasad, got attracted to Prasad. Then was Kirtan. Then slowly I started making friends with devotees. And then started reading Prabhupada's book. And last where when we associate, we get taste to her holy name. So initially, many of them, now that's why Prabhupada made the Sunday feast, so that you attract everyone. And festivals time also. Why do we make so much feast? We offer to Krishna, Krishna enjoys it, and after that it's given to the public. Now in Radhayatra, what happens when Jagannath is pulled, the fruits and all is thrown to people. One of my friends came to Krishna consciousness because she got an apple from the Jagannath Ratha. They were throwing fruits after offering to Jagannath. She got an apple and she just had it, and that took her to Krishna consciousness. So you don't know how people get converted to Krishna consciousness just by taking Krishna Prasad, because so much powerful. It's so much powerful. Why? Because it's been tasted by Krishna. Krishna has already tasted it, and you're tasting the remnants of Krishna. So that's why Prasad is so tasty. It's because it has the saliva of Krishna mixed in. Because Krishna is the enjoyer, and everything has to be given to him. And Prabhupada mentions, if you want to enjoy a foodstuff, like for example, paneer, you want to enjoy, so you offer to Krishna so that your thought is that you can enjoy, then it is not boga. No, it has to be made in an intention to offer to Krishna, then it's boga. Otherwise, you already enjoyed it. And that's why we have to cover the bog when you are offering. In at home, no problem, but at least children should not see, because they will have a tendency to taste it. That's why even children are not allowed in the deep kitchen, and even animals are not allowed to see the food that is offered, because they already will taste it in the mind. When Manasa Puja is also done, you know, that devotee who made sweet rice to Krishna, and then he wanted to see whether it's sweet, hot or not. He touched and it burned his finger. So Krishna, even if mentally you want to enjoy it, that's been already enjoyed. So we should be careful of not exposing the boga before offering. Yeah. After offering, sometimes they open and see show, in case of Govardhan Puja or in Chappan Bhog, when they keep. After offering, they open and show the Bhog to the public, because already it's been enjoyed by Krishna, because Krishna is the Bhokta. So when we understand this fact, then we are not in a dreaming stage. Now we are in dreaming stage. We are thinking that everything belongs to me. I am the enjoyer. No, this is my property. This is my car, my family. Everything is mine. Aham mamedi. This is what we are thinking. But when we didn't know that we didn't bring it. We are actually a temporary person. Temporarily, we are like I give an example of cashier. Cashier keeps counting lakhs of rupees in the bank, but does 1 rupee belong to him? No, everything belongs to the bank, right? He keeps counting it. Anybody seeing will think that, oh, he has so much money, but we know that belongs to the bank. If he steals money, then he's punished, right? So similarly, if everything belongs to Krishna and if he steals it, but without offering to Krishna, you have the foodstuffs, then we are eating sin. We are actually eating sin, and we are becoming in debt to Krishna. But after offering, if you have it, then it becomes prasad, and Krishna have already enjoyed it, right? Anything, any new dress you buy or anything, it can be just offered to Krishna. Please mentally you offer to Krishna and then take it. Actually, you should offer it physically, but sometimes like a vehicle you buy and then you do some puja. Before that, after that, you offer to Krishna and then you use it. So here the contaminated consciousness is compared to the dream consciousness, and Krishna consciousness compared to the awakened state of life. So awake life is Krishna consciousness, and contaminated means, oh, I am the enjoyer, I want to enjoy. In that way, then we are actually in the dream consciousness. So here only enjoy, it's only word is used here because he is the only, as watering the root of the tree, right? He is the only enjoyer. Rest everything has been enjoyed. We've been enjoyed. That's why it's 3. Okay, and Prakriti is 3, or being enjoyed by the Lord. So this material world is actually made for the jiva's enjoyment, because we desire to enjoy. And what is this actually, the enjoyment? It's actually a break. We wanted to enjoy everything. It's actually a break of sufferings. When there is suffering and another suffering, the absence of suffering, that is called enjoyment. There is no real enjoyment in this material world, right? Prabhupada gives the example of how a camel chews thorn. When the camel is chewing thorn, there will be blood coming to, because the tongue gets cut. And the camel is enjoying the thorn, thinking that, oh, it's so tasty and yummy, but it's actually he's drinking his own blood. No? So this is what the enjoyment is. Like puna charvita charvanana. We actually chewing the chewed. Already the taste is gone, but again, that's what the material life is. So here Prabhupada says they opened hospitals and school for what? To actually for enjoyment, because they didn't get a higher taste. If they get a higher taste, they will do Krishna conscious activities. Param drishtva nivardante. So when we awaken to our real dormant Krishna consciousness, that is a pure state. That's not the dreaming state. Till coming to Krishna consciousness, we were dreaming, because we think we are the enjoyer and everything belongs to me. I'm this body. But once you come to know that I am spirit soul, part and parcel of Krishna, I need to serve Krishna, then that's real consciousness. That means we have come out of the dreaming state. So many are dreaming around us, even inside our house, our neighborhood, and all over the world, people are still dreaming. So a Krishna conscious person, what he does is he goes and awaken that person. That it doesn't mean they're not Krishna conscious. They are, but Maya is covering them. Like you don't have to you don't have to give lessons on how to walk for a child. The child naturally walks. Just some training, some practice is needed. That's it. Even if you don't do anything, still the child can crawl and walk. You don't have to do, because the walking capacity is inbuilt in the child. Okay? Similarly, Krishna consciousness is inbuilt in us, all of us. Only thing is different layers of Maya is covering us. You can see iron rod, when it is rusted, it won't get attracted to the magnet. The moment the rust is gone, naturally get attracted. So that's what Prahlad was saying to Hiranyakashipu. I'm naturally attracted to Krishna, what to do? No? So some of them, especially when they are in college days, when they get attracted to Krishna consciousness, the parents think, oh, their career is gone and they won't get married, they're going to be sannyas and sannyasi and all that. And they think bhakti is towards the end. That no, it's already there in the child. Some ajnata sukriti, might be that child has done some Krishna conscious activities in the previous janma, just continuing where it stopped. So we should encourage such things. So here it is said that we think we are enjoying, but it's actually the Lord is enjoying. So here Prabhupada mentions about our dormant Krishna consciousness. Okay, in contaminated consciousness, we think everything is our enjoyment. And in pure Krishna consciousness, we think everything is Krishna's enjoyment. That's called difference between kama and prema. Atmendriya triptivancha tarana kam, Krishnendriya triptivancha tarana prem. If we try to satisfy Krishna's indriya, that is prema. And if we satisfy our senses, that is kama. So yesterday I was hearing Prabhupada's lecture. He says 16,108 queens are there for Krishna. For him, it is easy. He could expand to 16,108. But as a human being, can we do that? And Prabhupada gives an example of one person. He have 160 wives, 160. So to satisfy each wife, to go to each wife's house, it will take 6 months for him. He goes to first wife, then he goes to second wife, the next day. Again, he goes back to the first wife after 6 months. Probably for 6 months, the first wife won't see that person because he is only one and he is like just a human. But we don't know that we are just in dream. We are in dream. But Krishna is actually the real enjoyer, right? And for Krishna's enjoyment is not like ours. Ours is mixed with lust, but Krishna's is pure love. And we should never bring Krishna to our platform of material enjoyment. No. So whatever we are enjoying, we should know that it's been our punya karma. Whatever punya we have done, that we enjoy in form of good education, being in a good family, a young stage, then no disease. All this is punya. So much richness. All this is because of your punya. But then we should not be carried away with that. If money is given by Krishna because of our punya, use it in Krishna service. Then you see, the more you give to Krishna, the more you get it back. Because Krishna reciprocates in the same way. So once there was a person who wanted to join temple. So he is a crorepati. So what he did, all the money he wrote in his wife's and children's name. And he came just like that to Prabhupada with 200 rupees. So monthly he'll get 200 from his sons. Rest, the crores he gave to his family. So Prabhupada saw, Prabhupada's like, oh, you want to join the temple? Okay, you join. And Prabhupada didn't say anything. But later on, Prabhupada said, he gave crores of rupees to the family and 200 for Krishna. Krishna also will reciprocate the same way. Krishna will give only 200 and the crores of Krishna also will give only so much. He won't reciprocate. Like sometimes we go near a Sunday program happens, 11 o'clock, 11:30, 12, nobody comes. Everyone will come at 1:30 during the feast time. So Krishna also will help them towards the end. Towards the end only Krishna will come. You will be struggling, Krishna will. So how you approach Krishna? Krishna reciprocates the same way. Krishna is very intelligent than us. And Prabhupada's like, you keep crores of rupees to your family and comes barehanded to Krishna. Krishna gave that money. Why don't you use it in Krishna service? Similarly, that person didn't stay. He left temple. He could not stay because he was thinking about his family. He was thinking about his wealth. Not knowing that everything Krishna gave. As now Prabhu was saying, the 4 things we can give to Krishna is prana, artha, diya, vacha. Right? Prana. Give your life to Krishna. That's not possible. That means being a full-time devotee is not possible for you. Then artha. Give your money to Krishna in devotional service. Right? In spreading Krishna consciousness. Then diya. Intelligence can be used in Krishna. Work for Krishna. Like there's a lot of online preaching happening. This need of posters and admin work and so many works. This all needs your intelligence to be applied. Or give your words. Start preaching Krishna consciousness. That's why, because everything is given to us by Krishna, why don't we use it in Krishna service? Anasaktasya vishaya yatarham upayanchate nirpande Krishna sambandhe yukta vairagya muchyate. That's called yukta vairagya. Prabhupada's disciple Gargamuni used to use so many cars. Once he arranged so many cars and he was driving for a long distance and made Prabhupada sit in that best cars Prabhupada used to use and in that town. And everyone used to come and see his sannyasi using such a big car. But why he was using it? To preach Krishna consciousness. Because he know, even though the material to be used by the car has been assembled by a mechanic, the tires and engines and all, but who is making it? We can't produce all that thing. Who's giving it? Right? Krishna. So he has to be enjoying. We are like a carpenter who made the chair for the owner. The owner pays you, gives you the wood, you just make the chair, and after making you say it's yours. How can that be? The owner gave you the wood, owner gave you the money. Similarly, it's Krishna who gave you everything here. You're just assembling things. Does that mean belongs to you? Belongs to the Lord. Okay, so that's our real consciousness. So we till now we were in dreaming, and now we know that Krishna consciousness is the awakened stage of life. Okay, so we should be awakened now, that's thinking that everything belongs to the Lord and he is the only enjoyer. In that way we get real peace. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Any questions related to today's topic? So we have next program is March 7th. We have Gaura Purnima. So those are in Mangalore, please come to the temple. And any other questions? Okay. I hope everybody is offering to Krishna and taking as prasad. So please try to do as much as you can. Some house cooking, I mean, it's not possible to offer everything. At least offer dry fruits, water to Krishna and have it as Krishna prasad. Okay. Mainak Prabhu, how to overcome anxiety naturally? Yes. So why are we anxious we are anxious about our future, we are anxious about our career and family and everything, because we don't have faith in Krishna. So you need to increase the faith in the Lord. And once you increase the faith, then your anxiety we will overcome anxiety. The best way is chant the holy name in association with devotees, take association of devotees, read Shastras. When you read Shastras, what happened? For instance, you read the 7th canto, you read about how Krishna saved Prahlad Maharaj. Then your faith increases. How Krishna saved the Pandavas, your faith increases. So first is Shraddha. Adho Shraddha, then Sadhu Sangha. First we need to have faith, and then anxiety will be naturally overcome. Okay. Yeah, water can be offered to Krishna and Radha Mataji. Prabhupada mentions in the purport 9th chapter 26 sloka where Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam Yome Bhaktya Prayachati Tataham Bhakti Uparhitam Asnami Prayatatmana. Krishna accepts. And in the purport Prabhupada writes, even you can offer water. If you are very poor, still water is available in every house. Take a small glass. The glass has to be like not used by anyone. It should be only for Krishna. And then keep tulsi, then offer to Krishna. Okay, and then you can mix it with your other water and take. Hare Krishna everyone, thank you for joining. Vancha kalpatarupascha kripa sindhubhe evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Narendra Gaudiya Vaishnava ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Grandhara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.